who now resides in Pennsylvania Avenue. It's our fault. Let's correct it.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Welcome back, folks. We are back here on the Rod Eccles Show. Hey, Channelview, Texas, after a fast food restaurant was robbed. Now, this is something I could not believe when I saw this, and I know today was supposed to be all about global warming and the fakery of it, and I wanted to get into more information about the John Doe stuff. It looks like I'm not going to hit the John Doe law in Wisconsin stuff tonight. We've only, this last segment of the show. So we'll get to that first thing tomorrow, I promise. But just a way to get you to come back and listen to the show, right? See, I'm pretty smart here. Channelview, Texas, after a fast food restaurant was robbed, the pregnant shift manager said she was fired for refusing to reimburse the company the money that was stolen. Now, this is going to try to feed right into this whole notion that people at fast food chains and entry-level jobs should be paid $15 an hour. So, yeah, I guess if she was making $30,000 a year, the $400 that the criminal stole, she'd be able to easily replace it, right? But here's the rub. The heist happened on March 31st at a Popeyes fried chicken restaurant in Channelview, Texas, and was captured on surveillance video. Now, the Harris County Sheriff's Office still has not identified the gunman more than 3 weeks after the crime. However, she said, I told them I'm not paying nothing. Her name is Marissa Holcomb. And she said in an interview, I just had a gun to me. I'm not paying the money. Now, in the video, a man with a ski mask runs in waving a gun. He forced all the employees to the floor. Then he turns his attention to Holcomb. By the back of my shirt, she says, he pulled me up and pushed me to the front. He told me to give him everything out of the safe, but the only thing Holcomb could open were the registers, and the gunman got away with nearly $400. Now, after the robbery, Holcomb claimed that one of her managers gave her a choice, pay the money back or be fired. In less than 36 hours later, after she refused, she was fired. Now, this is all alleged now, but if it's true, one, I gotta say, you don't make your employees, because isn't the standard operating procedure of all places like this, just do whatever the criminal says, the gunman says, because we can always, find the money or replace the money. Well, I guess we know how they're replacing the money. They're forcing the employees who got robbed to pay it back. If this is true, man, it's a piece on USA Today. So, you take it for what it is. I'm not saying that USA Today is lying. I don't know if this is actually a true story. There's no way for me to know way up here in New England if something happened down in a small town or a small city, whatever. I've never even heard of Channelview, Texas before. Where is that, by the way? I don't know where in Texas it is, but evidently they got some crime down in Channelview, Texas, and maybe those employees need to be packing. Because this poor lady she's pregnant. What's she going to do? Say no and then get shot? And then what is her manager going to do then? Going to say, oh, she was so brave. We are so sorry that, your kids don't have a mommy anymore and that you're not going to get to see your new brother or sister, baby brother or sister, because mommy died. By refusing a gunman to fork over the money. You're supposed to fork over the money. That's how they operate. You're supposed to hand over the money. And you do it so people don't get hurt. I mean, that's the whole premise behind doing. That's what they used to tell us about, hijackers on aircraft. Oh, just do what they want, and people most likely will not get hurt. And everybody will get to go home to their family safe and sound, eventually. And that all changed on 9/11, of course, but so I'm saying the same thing here. I mean, this gunman, if the story, well, they caught it on video, so the robbery is true, obviously. How the robbery happened is true. Now, the only thing I can think of is maybe the managers think that this woman had something to do with the robbery and that it was an inside job. It could be. I don't know. But I don't know any right-minded company manager who would. Is this a normal practice? Maybe I'm out of touch with restaurant, fast food restaurant chains and employees. I don't know. Is this now normal procedure that if they get robbed, the employees have to pay the money back? Because management assumes that one of the employees is actually behind the robbery. It's an inside job. Is that the mentality? I mean, I like to think that I am truly a man of the people, but it's been a long time since I've worked in a fast food restaurant, so I could be out of touch. Look, I'm not gonna be like these stupid politicians out there, like Hillary Clinton, running around trying to identify with people that she cannot possibly identify with. I'm gonna tell you, I don't fully understand your plight. I've never had your job. It would be like, okay, let's say I'm on the campaign trail, and I go to I go to a coastal place, and in this coastal place they have one of the businesses is an underwater welding firm. Now, underwater welding is considered one of the most dangerous jobs on the planet. It is. Now, I don't hear anything about underwater welding accidents, probably because those people are so damn safe and careful, because they have one of the most dangerous jobs on the planet. But it would be like me going over there and saying, yeah, I know what it's like, man. I can feel your pain having to go under that water with how dangerous that is. I fully understand it. I know what you're talking about. I can relate. No, I can't relate. I've never even seen it done in person, let alone done it. I can't relate to that. I'm going to be honest. If I'm I'd probably, if I was running for president, I would definitely drive my campaign staff batty, because I would just be honest about it. You know what? People they care more about you if you're honest with them. Hey, you know what? I understand that that's a really hard job, but I got to tell you, I don't fully understand it because I've never done it or experienced it before. So I can't fully understand what you're going through. So why don't you share with me what it's like? Maybe I can learn something. If our politicians did that, do you know how many people would appreciate that? Because we're sick and tired of hearing these. Yeah, I understand your pain. No, you don't. Yeah, I've been there. I've been so poor I couldn't rub two nickels together. Yeah, maybe 40 years ago. Well, just thought I'd give you that little tidbit of information. You can find all this stuff that I am talking about tonight, or wanted to talk about tonight, on rodeccles.net. You can go over to the paper pile, and I have to admit, I'm being honest again. I have to admit, I haven't in the past put everything on there on the paper pile that I have found that I could have used in preparation for the show, because you know what, it would have just been, but the page would just be so long. But you know what, there's a search function there, so and everything is coded by date. So, you can go on there. From the inception of the website is when that page starts. And it goes back. And there's a lot of stuff there. And I will be continually adding more and more stuff. Now, if there are broken links, it ain't my fault. It's because the online publication that I got the information from decided to remove or move the information. I don't have an automatic, broken link remover thingy. Is there such a thing?